The Dos Cabezas Mountains are a mountain range in southeastern Arizona, about 20 miles east of Wilcox and 7 miles south of Bowie. The mountains get their Spanish name, which means two heads, from the twin granite peaks that sit atop the range. Driving into the site, my breath was immediately taken away by the scenery. Nothing but wide open expanses, beautiful rocks, blue skies, and lots of white poofy clouds. I arrived to the recreational area, and much to my surprise, I was the only one out there to enjoy the scenery. I parked my truck and got out and took a look around, including these giant rock formations right by the picnic area. It was amazingly quiet, so I decided to take a video, in portrait unfortunately. I drove in a ways, looking for a good campsite. I decided to take this time lapse and then go for a hike in search of Elefante Spring. I loaded up on water like a camel and set off for my hike. I left the area by the restroom and headed up what used to be a wash. There were no defined trails and the terrain was absolutely treacherous. I was tromping through spiky bushes and cacti and watching every step for rattlesnakes. But the views and the things I came across made it absolutely worth it. I ended up going about 1.3 miles and decided to turn around without finding my destination of Elefante Spring. I did not want to end up like this cow that I found. It was still about 100 degrees out with only momentary breaks from the sun due to the beautiful clouds. I'd really love to return to this area maybe in winter when the spring is actually flowing. Once I returned to the picnic area, I knew it was time to find a campsite. I headed down the dirt road and picked out the perfect spot. And the other great thing about this place is that it's all BLM land and it's free. I picked a wide open flat area that already had a rock fire ring on it. It was perfect. After another hour or two of rather intense heat, the sun began to set, leaving me with even more amazing views. I decided to take a time lapse. I was at peace, at last. Off in the distance, I heard what sounded like a car or an off-road vehicle. Sure enough, it was headed straight toward my camp.
Howdy.
I'm still not sure if he was a landowner or something, but he was definitely not there to camp. I remained the only person in the area for the evening. As nightfall set in, the desert became alive. Between the cows mooing and the birds chirping, there was also a lot of insect activity. I had never seen a bioluminescent centipede before. Earwig? Maybe it was an earwig. I have no idea. The moon came out and I was treated to a spectacle on the rock face. A lion's head immediately appeared and I had to take a bunch of photos of it. I wish they did it justice, and I will probably return to this spot once I have a better camera, although I was pretty proud of my cell phone for some of these night shots. After running around barefoot and shirtless for a few hours taking these photos, I was greeted by another visitor in my camp. It was slithering through the bushes and rattling its tail off. I scrambled to get some light on the area and put my shoes on and stepped a few steps back.
Please go away. Don't want to hurt you. well, too close for comfort. I guess that's the trade-off for these amazing photos. But I don't know if I needed to fire the shot or not. But you're watching my footstep now. I was walking around barefoot and like It's their house. It is 1:30 in the morning. This night has taken an eternity to go by. That's not a bad thing. What a trip. Oof. I'm very grateful to my friends, family, everyone who supports me no matter what I do. And it's time to do it better. So, what a gift I've been given tonight, though. Decided to pour out that last White Claw and was rewarded with all kinds of other stuff to keep me busy. Keep me stimulated. I'm realizing that the first couple days of sobriety are probably... This camping thing's really good for me because you have so much to do, whether it's the organizing, grabbing stuff out of totes, putting it away, perfecting my setup. I got my table and everything, and figured out that my cooler is the perfect chair for the table, and I have my whole little camp tote. God, I wish I could share this with people. I guess that's why I'm doing the video, because I don't know, it's not perfect, but I'm getting pretty fucking good at it. So, but back on topic. I have everything to be grateful for, and I need to remember that. If I have to come back and watch this video 10 times, which I might, which I probably will, gratitude is the way forward. There's so many second chances in this life. 8 chances, 10 chances. I mean, you're walking around barefoot and there's a rattlesnake in camp, so consider this another one, I guess. We're like 2 hours from the hospital. There'll be no saving my ass. That's alright. It's nice being calmed down now, though. The nerves were... Talk about a fucking adrenaline rush, though. You gotta clean up your mouth, too, bro. I want to stop saying "God damn it," because creations like this. I'm speechless about this gift that I've been given, the lion's head in the side of the mountain. And no one's out here. It's for me. Thank you.
After some heavy thoughts about alcohol the previous night, I woke up in a good state of mind, feeling refreshed. I love the mesh on this tent. It allows for great stargazing at night and beautiful sunrises in the morning. Here is a picture of the so-called lion head on the mountain. What are your thoughts? Am I crazy? I was hungry, so I got out my cookware and made a little windshield for it. I didn't bring any breakfast foods, so I made a can of chicken and beans. Or if you like aquatine, chicken and beans. I then broke camp and drove through Bowie, Arizona. It is a weird ghost town with hardly anyone living there, but there were some cool sights like old abandoned gas stations, bars, etc. I took a selfie with a cow. Why, you ask? Because I could. Because there were no other cars around to judge how stupid it was. But I ended up loving this photo, so I put it as a closing slide. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to see a video of my camp the night before on top of Mount Graham, click this link on the video. Thanks.